Hey John, Mike Peterson here. I'm just kind of playing around with this camera and I've got a wired mic, so I've got a big wire run here, but I just want to see if this will work and if it can get to you. I'm out here in about 106 degree Fahrenheit temperature in my backyard here, and I'm in the shade, so I'm not sure if you'll be able to see me. I might have to shoot at a different time of day, but this is kind of neat because I want to be able to verbally show you and tell you what my mind's thinking as far as golf. And I think you're spot on. I think a lot of the stuff you're telling me is exactly what I'm doing. And first off, right off the bat, like you said, I'm picking the club up with my hands, and I know that for sure because I can see on video down the line, I can see how my club head actually is going outside the ball and I'm lifting up. So I think you're right with that for sure. Dead spot on there. And I think what I need to do is like what you said, I need to just kind of relax my arms, which it's very hard for me to relax anything in my body. I'm just a very type A, intense testosterone guy, but I like the idea of just kind of everything going together, and then that kind of makes the club go inside as well and gives me a little bit of depth in my swing as opposed to lifting and having no depth up here. And I think that also makes me do the little Peterson tip over. So I like the idea of just relaxing everything and just turning like that. So I'm trying to get that idea of just not have my hands, and I know you're talking about with that club head opening up, maybe I can get to that point as well. But I think for me, even just quieting my hands, relaxing my upper body, and from the takeaway, just letting everything go inside, rotating. And that way when I rotate, I feel like by the time I get it back, all I need to do is bend the right elbow, and it should be somewhat in the right spot, I think. It shouldn't be up like this, which is typical me. And I cannot stand, for 25 years, John, I've seen that same position where it looks decent going back for the most part, and then I get up, and at the very end, I have this, I raise a little higher with it, now the shaft is way above my right shoulder, and then I have that first move down, and then I have to just basically throw it at the ball, as opposed to just letting everything rotate together and just let it go up. And I don't know how that looks, but I'll see it on film after I'm done if this is working correctly. And then from there, I like how you just said, boy, just let gravity. Just let gravity. And if I let gravity go, then I won't have that physical, that hitch at the top where I do this, and then I'm just dead. You know, I mean, for my whole entire career, John, it's always been up at the top. And it's weird because when I get up here, I feel like I have too much exposure with this whole side facing backwards like this. It's so far exposed that as opposed to the good player where it looks like everything is, including the right hip, right whole side and shoulder, it looks like on the good player everything is starting down together and rotating. I've got such a big exposed gap that my first move is here, and you can see there's no rotation happening there to get to the ball. So there's no rotary movement at all starting the downswing. It's just this, it's vertical and down, and then it's just throwaway. So hopefully you can get this, because I really want to kind of see if we can get going back. I really enjoy your videos, and maybe you can get a chance to get to know me better on mine, and I'm hoping this is working. I'm hoping I'm the right distance. But on the front, same thing. I've been such a big slider of the ball in my golf career where and I've got a bad knee, by the way. I should let you know this, but I ripped 3 ligaments off the bone throwing the javelin back in 1984 for Oregon State University. Ripped them off the bone. Well, that was, what, 27 years ago. My knee is now bone on bone. Bone on bone. It hurts all day, every day now, so I'll probably be heading for a knee replacement in the next 5 years. I don't want to do it. I turned 50 this year, believe it or not. Big 5-0, and actually in 3 weeks. But so that knee's a little bit of an issue. So, I mean, to try to kind of stop it from moving, by the time I'm done hitting balls, that sucker's pretty sore. So that's a big issue for me for sure, is my right knee. But my whole entire career, I've always moved off the ball. And then as you said, you know, that wrist cock starts real early. So I'm off the ball now, so I'm not a good position at all. Get up here, and then as I come down, I slide into the ball, or slide down and forward, and then again just have to throw it to hit the ball. If I didn't throw it, I'd miss the ball. If I kept that move like I normally do and tried to drop it down, I would completely miss the golf ball. And so my brain says, okay, well, you dummy, moved ahead of it, you better just throw it to hit it. And that's why I get all those toe shots and all that good stuff, which I can't stand. So that's kind of my thought process so far with you is, I'm trying to make sure that when I rotate back, I don't get a lot of head motion. I don't want to get too much here, because I feel like when I do, it creates me doing this on the downswing, and that's terrible. So I'm really trying to, and now that if I can keep quiet hands and just rotate back, then I might be in a better position to come down and hit the ball good. I just hit the wire there. But I'm hoping this records, because this would be kind of fun to upload it to YouTube, and you can see your good friend here in hot Arizona talking to you. But so again, on down the line, another thing too, I think, is I've been such a position golfer from a muscular standpoint. I just know that it's got to be a certain way, and I'm just super rigid and muscles are flexed everywhere. When you were doing yours, it was just so relaxed, and you just let it go. You just let it go. And I don't know what that looks like. We'll see, I guess. But when I relax it and just let it go, it feels pretty good. I feel like sometimes I have a tendency to get that position here just by nature here, and not have that laid off position behind me, to where, like you said, I can get the body going, drop the arms, and that club it stays back, as opposed to really getting it going this way with my muscles. So that's kind of what I'm working on. I'm going to go out today and I'll actually do some videotaping with that too, and I'll send it to you. But I kind of want to just think, quiet the hands, loosen the upper body, and have everything just rotate in. Just rotate in, just like that. And then from there, just feel like I'm just kind of bending my right elbow a little bit. And then, as you said, try to just focus on just dropping and just rotating through. So just quiet hands, up, and rotate through. And hopefully with not too much head, lateral motion this way, or should I say this way with the head. For some reason, John, I don't know if I'm right or left eye dominant, but I know there's an issue with me with my vision on that golf ball. There's no doubt, and no golf instructors ever really talked about it, but I know that when I turn, however good the turn is in a swing, I get to the top, my vision, I don't know if I'm right or left eye dominant, it's almost like my vision is creating me getting this way so that I can now see the ball to actually hit it, but now we know it's too late, and it's all this jammed up stuff happens. So I don't know if there's a little trick I can do with my head or something, where if I take it back to the inside and let it go up, that I don't have to, that move. This is my move, John. It's right there. This left shoulder goes this way, and I see all the good pros. And I love Jason Duffner's swing, by the way. I don't know how tall he is, but boy, I just love how he just brings it on plane. It's pretty compact and short, and just comes through. I mean, it's just a beautiful golf swing. But anyways, I'm going to click off right now, run in and see if this thing recorded and how it turned out. I'm hoping this last 7 or 8 minutes turned out okay.